Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Great American Stamp Show Stamp Along. You are at Stamp and Shine with Julie Salva. I'm going to give you a guess. Who do you think I am? That's right, Julie Salva. I am so glad that you have found your way here. Want to start off by saying congratulations to Brandi Barnard. Brandi won the Great American Stampin' Show last week. That's 2 in a row for her. I feel as if I need to point something out. Watch how close my crown is to me right now. Watch. Leaning, leaning, leaning. Grab. Here's my crown. You guys, I even have a beauty queen hairstyle right now. If there has ever been a head of hair screaming for a crown, it's this one. But can I put my crown on? I cannot, because I didn't win. So every day I look at my crown and I think, do better, Salva, do better. And you can vote. Anyway, I am going to put my crown back over here in its spot, a crown sitting, waiting for a head. All of which to say, let me tell you a little bit about how a stamp along works. So first of all, we are featuring the Earthen Testures bundle. We said we were going to make this stamp set, we were going to spring it up, we were going to brighten it up and make it fun, reimagine it, and that's exactly what I think we've done. So we're working with this. We have sent out kits to all of you who ordered them. You will find in your kit all the projects separated by name. You will find half a pack of the Delightful Florals DSP Designer Series paper. You will find iridescent rhinestones. You will find a trio pack of ribbon and a large blending brush because you're going to be doing some of that. So there's so much fun getting ready to happen. So if you are with me and you ordered a kit, go inside your kit and take out the 2 project kits that say Julie. Now, in the meantime, if you didn't get a project kit and you're like, I want to make things too, here's a tip. Make sure you're on my email list, because if you are, what will happen is I'm going to email everybody on my list all of the measurements. We've got a Google sheet with all the measurements on it, and I think that you'll find that pretty helpful. If you're here though and you're wanting to participate and you don't have a kit, for my projects you're going to need thick white cardstock. You're going to need a quarter of a sheet of berry burst cardstock, and then you'll need your Designer Series paper and a little scrap of gold foil as well. So let me show you the 2 cards you'll make with me, and then we'll get going. So here's the first card. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and then I'll pull back out. If you want to pause this, you can pause it. If you want to take a screenshot, you can take a screenshot. Remember, you're in charge of how fast it goes because you can pause at any given time. With this, you will find in your kit all these pieces pre-cut, certainly not the die pieces that go along with Earthen Testures. You'll do that yourself. 2 ink pads you want to have. You want to have Berry Burst handy, and you want to have Parakeet Party, Lemon Lime Twist, Granny Apple Green. Any bright green will get the job done. You want to have your Earthen Testures stamp set and dies, and then you want to grab a piece of this, scoot it forward, Designer Series paper, and cut it to 3.5 by 3.5. So that's all you need to do to be ready for this card. So this might be a good time to pause and get those things together. The other thing, see, I paused because I wasn't sure if you were going to pause. So I wanted to kind of make it easier for you. I don't know if it worked or not. Anyway, the second card that you're going to make with me is a fun fold. You know, I like a fun fold, but y'all, it's easy, easy, easy. So you're going to want a piece of thick white cardstock. You're going to need to have that handy. This die cut piece is from the nested dies. You might want to have that. If you bought the kit, all of that is done for you. When we get to this card, I will give you the scoring dimensions, but I want you to take a picture. I'm gonna let you take a picture right here. See, I'm holding it up. The blood is flowing down my arm. My arm is going numb, but I want you to have a picture. And then I'll go that way, like that, just because that might help you too. So this is going to be the second project that we're going to make. And the ink that you'll want for this one is Pretty Peacock. So are you ready to stamp along? I hope that you are. I know I am. So let's get going. So I've got my thick white. It's already scored. I always recommend scoring thick white. You will not get a nice fold if you don't do it. So make sure you score that at 4 1/4. So I've got that. I have my piece of Berry Burst, and I used the large circle from Stylish Shapes and it's the brick embossing folder, I think. Now, I don't know. Here, look close. It's that one. Okay, so there you go. So I got that ready. Now, I've already cut my piece of DSP, And you'll see on the back you have that that kind of textured berry color, but this is what we're using here. So I'm going to go on, and I like to use my adhesive thing. I've told you that. You know that. Why do I feel the need to kind of sing words like I like to use my adhesive thing? If I was a good singer, like that would be different, but I'm not. So I'm just going to take this. I'm going to place it right here because I want the pieces to show through. Okay. There you go. Y'all, this is one of my very favorite techniques to do. You know what? I don't like that, though. It's upside down. So you want to take a look at that before you do it. Such a dork. Okay, there we go. That's going to be better. There we go. Okay, anyway, so I've got that. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, I have die cut these pieces already. Now, this part I did not die cut for you. We told you guys that the Earthen Elegance pieces wouldn't be included. So I die cut the vase or the urn, if you want to call it that. Then I stamped on the green, and this is the flip side of the green, okay? I stamped on the green, kind of these fronds right here, and then I cut it out with a die cut. Then I die cut 2 of these little, I don't know, what do you want to call them? Twig things. Okay, I should really, Stampin' Up! Should hire me to name stuff because, I mean, how many people would be like, I want to buy the twig thing? None. Okay, so you could see that. And one more piece. You have a piece of vellum to cut this out. Okay, a vellum twig thing. You've got a piece of gold foil in your kit, and that's the top of the urn. I'm going to hear that like that. And then you have your little tag. So let's put this part together. Now, one thing you may or may not know about me is that I like to arrange flowers. I don't think I'm great at it, but I like to do it. Okay, you guys need to have this, the fine tip glue pimp. I'm gonna tell you something. Sometimes the lid sticks, so you know what I do? I put it in my mouth. Can you tell with that? Listen closely. In my mouth and twist, and look, just like that, we're good. Okay, so if you have veneers, don't use those because you'll make a big mess, and that'll be more expensive than this $7.95 jar of fine tip glue. But I am going to put the fine tip glue just right here at the top of my urn. Normally I don't trust myself with liquid glue. I tend to put entirely too much on, but I've practiced, and I kind of feel competent. Nonetheless, I'm using my silicone mat, so if any glue spurts out, it's going to spurt out on that, and I can wipe it right up. Okay, so there is my urn. Now, next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a bunch of adhesive right here, because I told you I like to arrange flowers. Well, this is kind of a way that I can do it. So if I have just a big bunch of adhesive, I can take these. By the way, I stamped that in Parakeet Party. Bring it up a little bit so you can see it. Super cute, okay? And then I just stick them because I've got a big glob of adhesive on the back. So rather than trying to put adhesive on every little piece, I just put a big glob. But look at that. See how that's all kind of coming together? And if I need to, I can always just put, like, I need another glob over here. Please write that word down, glob, G-L-O-B. Means it's a big pile, big bunch of adhesive, glob. Maybe I should patent that word. Why do you come? Okay, I think I put it on the wrong side. Why do you come over to Stamp and Shine with Julie Salva? Well, she does have an English degree, so clearly words like glob are going to be super important to you. Okay. All right, so there's that. And then I do want to put the vellum piece in. So we got a little bit more adhesive. Again, more of a glob. That's too high. Ah, there we go. You guys, isn't that fun? I mean, like, I would have that sitting on the floor in my house somewhere. I mean, like, if those are my colors and everything. So anyway, I am going to use dimensionals on the back of it. And I'm just going to put a bunch of them just on the places so it holds it down. So there's 1. How many dimensionals are in a glob? 2, 3. I'm going with 4. 4 dimensionals equal a glob. Okay, there we go. So just pull these backs off here. So again, at any time, pause it, okay? When I'm doing like a stamp along, like I like to watch the video to kind of get an idea of what I'm doing. I'll normally take a screenshot. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so cute. I'll normally take a screenshot of the final product or project. So I have that. This one piece is like floating down a little bit. I need to float it back up. There we go. So I have that. Y'all, it's so cute. Okay, and then just pause it as necessary. So again, it's kind of how I put all my sticks and twigs and fronds and all the things in. All right, let me show you how to put the tag on now. So I've got the tag, and I am going to stamp it. I'm going to use, and here's the stamp set again. And in the Stampin' Up! Catalog, listen, this set is retiring. If you didn't order it, and you're like, man, I really do kind of want to make these projects, as of today, and I'm not filming this on Thursday, I'm filming it ahead, but as of today, it's there. So hopefully it would still be there. But it does have some really great sentiments in it. So I'm actually going to take, I think I'm going to take the With Gratitude. Okay. So With Gratitude, and I'm going to stamp that using Berry Burst. Now, here's the thing. When you're using a stamp, I didn't put the backing on it. You can see that. When you're using a stamp that has kind of just small images, and you go to stamp, listen, guys, light touch. Like this is barely touching the paper. And I'm just using my finger here to apply some pressure. Okay, so there you go. Perfect. I am a trained professional, and I feel the need to remind you of that. But one day, right? One day, you too could be a trained professional. In fact, I have a team. Well, that's not great. I have a team full of trained professionals. We call ourselves the Stampin' Sisters. And we have a lot of fun. So maybe you would want to be a trained professional on the Stampin' Sisters team. Now, here's a fun little trick I'm going to show you. So I've got my tag, and this is kind of my sentiment. In your kit, if you pre-ordered the kit, and you know what? I think we had 50 some odd people pre-order kits. So there's a lot of stamping that's going to be happening in the Stamp-A-Long. And you know what I love about that? Is each kit has 8 cards. So that's like 50 times 8. It's like over 400 cards that people are making to mail out. I love that. All right. Take your piece of linen thread, kind of put it in half, put it through, but like the half end, put it through the hole here, and then put it through this okay, the little handle of the urn. And you're going to have to finagle a little bit, but you know what? You've already shown that you can do globs, so I know that you can finagle, all right? Okay, then, do you think if I put on Pinterest, learn how to glob and finagle, anyone would look at the card? It's hard to tell. Just take these 2 ends and pull it through. You guys have done this before, probably. Just like that, okay? Just so cute. So, so cute. I'm going to trim that down. And then I'm going to put 2 dimensionals on the back of the tag, because while they are attached using that linen thread, the linen thread isn't pulled super tight, and so I want this to stay. I actually should have maybe put these on beforehand, but it doesn't matter. Okay. Oh my word, y'all. So cute. So, so cute. I wish you could see me. I'm kind of doing a dance. Okay. Now I'm just going to put adhesive on the very back. I'm going to adhere it to the thick white card base. And my friends, ta-da! Stamp-A-Long card number 1, or at least number 1 of mine, I don't know where you started, is almost done. And I know you're like, Julie, I thought you were going to say we are done. Well, if you don't want to put gems on, I guess you're done. But, I mean, what kind of heathen are you if you don't want to add a gem? So, and if you're going to add 1, you might as well add 3. 1. Where do I want that one to go? 2. And these gems, these are the iridescent rhinestones. They are included in the kit for those of you who got that. So you've got plenty of them. And I love the different sizes. You actually have 3 different sizes, and so I'm using 1 of each. And ta-da! We're done. Look at that. Hello, gorgeous. And there's your card. So card number 1 is done. I'm going to let you take a minute, and then we'll move on to card number 2. So pause now. Okay, so it's time for the second card. This is a reminder, is what it looks like. And you have inside your kit a piece of thick white cardstock cut to 8.5 by 5.5. And then you have another piece of thick white cardstock cut to 2.5 by 5.5. And what you're going to do is you're going to score this piece. You're going to score this piece of cardstock at, pull it up so you can see, 1, 2, and 5.25. In fact, I'm going to write that here for you guys. I think that'll make it a little bit easier. 1 inch, 2 inch, 5.25. Okay, that we can take a screenshot. 1 inch, 2 inch, 5.25. And then this piece is scored at 1.25. See it right there? So take a screenshot of that. 1 inch, 2 inch, 5.25, 1.25. And then I will show you as we go along what you're going to do next. But join in with me while I take the Pretty Peacock piece of DSP. I cut it down to 2.25 inches by 5.25 inches. And join in as I start putting everything together. Back side of it, okay? It's cut down to 2.25 by 4. And I'm going to go on and adhere it right to the front of this. Now, if you're at home and you're doing this and you didn't pre-order the kit, well, I'm pretty sure you'll pre-order it next time. But if you don't have it now, and you don't have this paper, you can just use a piece of Pretty Peacock cardstock and it's going to be fine. Okay, you'll miss a little bit of the texture, but it'll be fine. So we'll set that aside. Then we're going to take this that I've die cut from the Nested Essentials dies. Okay, I told you guys that I had 2 of the stylish shapes from the other card. Well, guess what? I have 2 Nested Essentials too, because I use these a lot. Now, we're going to do this. Who remembers what this word is? I taught it to you, right? Glob. We're going to glob glue all over the back. And then you're going to take 2 fronds that you've die cut out of the DSP, or you could use, I don't know, maybe Granny Apple Green, lemon lime twist probably, and cut the palm frond. And we're just going to stick that there. And I've got another palm frond. And so easy because I've globbed all my glue on there. And then back to the twigs. I've cut some twigs in the gold metallic. And just going to put that, I think, there and there. Yep. Okay, so that's what that's going to look like. Now I'm going to set this on the silicone mat because what I should have done is stamped that image first. But I didn't. So it's going to work out. It's going to be great. Do you ever do that to yourself? Do you ever, like, you should have stamped something and you didn't do it? And so you just say to yourself, oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. This is going to be great. Let me get this on here. Okay, this is the stamp, again, from Earthen Testures. That says, your proof there's good in the world. And we're going to use Pretty Peacock. And ink it up. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, it was pretty great. It's a little bit crooked, but you know what? This will be the one that I keep. So remind yourself, okay, don't mess up. Stamp first. Okay, then do your glomming. I was so excited to glom. Oh, well, it's fine. Okay, I'm going to put some dimensionals. So let me cut a couple little edges off right here. So, I mean, see, these dies are actually, they're pretty nifty, and they come out really easy. They're not difficult dies to use. You know, some dies are hard sometimes. You know what I'm saying? They just are hard to work with, but these are not. Okay, so I'm going to put this right here, and because I've got it a little bit crooked, I wonder if I could get by with that. You know, you ever do that trick? Sometimes you put it on a little bit crooked so it looks straight. You know what's going to happen when I'm done with this, right? You know I'm going to do another one of these. Clearly I am. But that's okay. Not right now. Okay, so let's go back to our main one, our card base. And then you're going to mountain valley fold, okay? So we're going to mountain. See how it's a mountain? Okay. And then just alternate your folds, okay? So what you've got here, I'm gonna show you this way. That's easier, okay? Valley, mountain, valley, mountain. Remember, it's going to sit up like that. Now, this is a good time to take your bone folder and get really great creases here. Okay, that's important. You definitely want that. Now, I've cut this DSP. I have cut the DSP down to 3 inches by 5 1/4, 3 inches by 5 1/4, and 5 1/4 by 3/4. So 5 1/4 by 3/4, 5 1/4 by 3. I'm going to go on and adhere that. So this piece, and remember, this is, again, it's called a faux stair-step card. Or if it's not called that, it's called that now because we just made it up. And I believe if we all unite on this thing, that we can convince the Stampin' Up! World that they were wrong. That they were wrong, that they had another name. And we, in fact, are correct. That's what we're going to cling to, okay? Stand with me, people. You got to take a stand. Okay, and then the 3/4 inch piece is going to go right here. Okay, see how that's looking? So cute, so cute. And then, you know what? The more I look at this, the straighter it becomes. You ever have that happen? Okay, I'm going to use Stampin' Seal Plus to adhere to this part. I'm just going to put Stampin' Seal Plus down on this end. The reason I'm using the Plus rather than the regular Stampin' Seal is because this is a card that it moves a little bit, and I want to make sure that it sticks. So I'm going to put it there. Okay, let me fold that little ugly part back. I'll press it down. Then I'll put a little bit right down here on this end. Sometimes my Stampin' Seal Plus goes over the edge of the paper. I'm sure it's user error. And then I'm going to bring it down to where it's flush with the end of the card. Okay, flush with the bottom of the card. Like that. And so you also get a little bit of a curve there, which is a hot, trendy thing. Okay. What has happened to this? This is getting a little funky right there, that little piece, isn't it? You know what I'm going to do? I am going to get, do you remember what I did in the first card? Remember where I had my fine tip glue pen? So we're going to put a little bit of fine tip glue right there. And look, this time I did not have to use my teeth to open it. So that was a plus. Okay, and we'll get this, and I'm just going to put a little blob there. There we go. And that'll hold that leaf down. Seriously, that leaf thinks it can beat me. I have a plethora, I tell you, of adhesives. All right, we're almost done. Go back to your iridescent rhinestones that you got, okay? And we're going to use, you know what I like. I like 3 of them. Odd numbers look better, my friends. And you know I like to alternate all the sizes. So I've got the large one, medium, and the baby bear. The mama bear, the papa bear, and the baby bear. And I'll just put those there. And guess what? You're going to give this to somebody who inspires you. You are proof there's good in the world. And they're going to sit it up right like that. Now you might ask yourself, well, where can I write my message, Julie? You try it right back here. Okay, that way when they sit it on their desk, it's like a little secret from you to them. I love it. I hope you love it too. So those are my 2 projects for the Stamp-A-Long. So what did you think? I hope that you had fun making these projects. I hope you enjoyed them. I hope you learned a great new fun fold, the faux stair-step fold that maybe you didn't know before. I hope that you enjoyed one of my favorite techniques, which is to cut out a circle and put some beautiful paper on the inside. And I hope you had fun. Now, here's the thing. You have a total of 8 projects because the other 3 gas girls, Brandi, Brandi, Jody, and Shannon, all created projects as well. So you guys have a great time stamping along with us. And you know what? You're still voting. So vote for the 2 cards that you like the best, and we'll announce the winner in 2 weeks for our next Great American Stampin' Show. One final thing I want to tell you is this. If you need a Stampin' Up! Catalog, you're not working with a demonstrator, and you're not a demonstrator, shoot me a message. I'm happy to send you one. Brand new, starts May 1st. Lots of neat things in there. And then finally, make sure that you are on my email list so you can get all of these measurements sent to you. I am looking forward to seeing your projects. I would love for you to share them with me. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much for participating with us. You are very much appreciated. See you later. Have a good night.